Welcome back, students, to this lecture of refrigeration and air conditioning. In the last class, we had discussed our case number 1, that is, when the vapor is dry and saturated at the end of compression, and we have solved one numerical related to that case. So, today, let's start our second case, that is, when the vapor is wet at the end of compression. Okay, so first see the corresponding temperature entropy diagram and pressure enthalpy diagram. So this is your temperature axis and this is your entropy axis. Similar, this is your pressure axis, this is your enthalpy axis. In TS diagram, this curve represents your saturation curve, and PS diagram, this curve represents your saturation curve. As the case suggests, it is a wet at the end of compression, and you know the compression is reversible, adiabatic or isentropic. If it is wet at the end of compression, means obvious that our point number 2 will lie below the saturation curve. Okay, means dryness fraction should be less than 1 at point number 2. If 2 point will lie here, then due to isentropic, when we start from point number 1, then it is sure, you are sure that point number 1 will lie in this part. Okay, this is our point number 1. So 1 to 2 is your isentropic process in TS diagram, and here in PH diagram, this line represents the isentropic line. I have already told you how the isentropic lines look like in pH curve. Then 2 to 3 is your condenser, means there is a constant pressure heat rejection process. So here 2 to 3 is your constant pressure and heat is rejected outside to the atmosphere. And here at constant pressure heat is rejected in the condenser. Now 3 to 4 is your isenthalpic process, means there is only pressure drop at constant enthalpy. So in TS diagram, the curve will look like in this manner, and in PS diagram it is a simple perpendicular line. As it is isenthalpy process, only pressure drops at constant enthalpy, means point number 3 and point number 4 have both the enthalpies, that is S3 is equal to H4. Now only one process is left, that is evaporation. Evaporation takes place in process 4 to 1 in the evaporator at constant pressure. Here in PS diagram also 4 to 1 represents your constant pressure heat absorption in the evaporator. So our let me clear all the diagrams. So our aim is to find the COP. So COP means refrigeration effect by work done by the compressor. So first our aim is to find the what is refrigeration effect, and you know refrigeration takes place in the evaporator, and evaporation takes place in process 4 to 1. So what is the refrigeration effect? It is the change in enthalpy between 4 to 1, means higher enthalpy minus lower enthalpy. So here refrigeration effect is H1 minus H4, but you know as H4 and H3 will be equal, then a refrigeration effect will be H1 minus H3. Okay, H1 minus H3. Now when you have to find the compressor work, then compressor work will be in the process 1 to 2. So our compressor work will be H2 minus H1. H2 minus H1. So what is COP? It is RE by W, means H1 minus H3 divided by H2 minus H1. So this is our final result for COP. Now let's solve one numerical related to that. Okay, so let's see the numerical. Let's see the numerical here. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now look here. The question says a refrigeration machine is required to produce ice at 0 degree centigrade from water at 20 degree centigrade. Means you have to produce ice at 0 degree centigrade from the water at 20 degree centigrade. The machine has the condenser temperature of 298 Kelvin. Okay, means higher temperature is given to 98 Kelvin and the evaporator temperature is 268 Kelvin, means it is your lower temperature. Fine. The relative efficiency of the machine, means relative COP is given, that is 0.5, and 6 kg of F12 refrigerant is circulated through the system per minute. Means 1 minute में 6 kg रेफ्रिजरेंट फ्लो कर रहा है तुम्हारे सिस्टम में, ठीक है, मीन्स दिस इज योर मास फ्लो रेट ऑफ द रेफ्रिजरेंट, एंड द रेफ्रिजरेंट enters the compressor when the dryness fraction or with the dryness fraction of 0.6. Now this point is the key word, means this line is the key point of the question. You have to understand when the dryness fraction is 0.6 at the entry of the compressor, means at the end of the compression it it is very difficult to superheat, or it is very difficult to dry saturated. So obviously the our question will come under the case number 2, where the vapor or our refrigerant is wet at the end of compression. So this is the key point of the question. You have to understand from this sentence, and our aim is to find what, find the sorry, find the amount of ice produced in 24 hours. Okay, means एक दिन में कितना ice बना सकते हो. And what is CPW, specific heat of water, is given. If it is not given, you can take 4.2, but here question says it is 4.187, so no problem, you have to take that value. And the latent heat of ice is 335 kilojoule per kg. This data can be given in the question or cannot be given in the question, so you have to remember that data, that is latent heat of ice should be 335 kilojoule per kg. These are the standard values. And specific heat of water, specific heat of water is 4.2, approximately 4.2 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, now the question says the table. Here you can see it is your temperature table, it is your liquid heat, means HF, it is your latent heat, means HFG is given, and here it is your liquid entropy, means SF is given. Clear? Okay, I am noticing again, at 298 degree temperature our liquid heat is 59.7, latent heat is 138.0, liquid enthalpy is 0.2232. Now at lower temperature 268 Kelvin, the liquid heat is 31.4, latent heat is 154, liquid enthalpy is 0.1251. Okay, so first draw the TS diagram, because you know it is a wet compression. So first draw the TS diagram. This is the temperature line, this is the entropy line, this is the saturation curve, and the diagram is 1 2 3 4 like this, and corresponding PS diagram will 1 2 3 4 like this. So no problem in this. Now I am going to further. Okay, let's see what are the given data. So relative COP is given, that is 0.5. Mass flow rate of the refrigerant is given, that is 6 kg per minute, and x1 is 0.6, means the dryness fraction at the entry of the compressor is 60%, means 0.6. Okay, our aim is to find the COP first. COP means H1 minus H3 divided by H2 minus H1. So you have to find the enthalpies at this point, and this point, means H1, H2 and H3. Okay, first find the enthalpy, which is very easy to find. Which one is finding very easily? It is H3, that is, it is very simple and easy to find. Why? Because you know the data. H3 will be HF3 at this temperature, means at 298 Kelvin. So from the table it is 59.7. Fine, H3 is clear. Now two enthalpy is remaining, that is H1 and H2. So for solving that, you have to apply the isentropic equation, that is S1 is equal to S2. S1 is SF1 plus XG1, and S2 will be SF2 plus X2 into HFG2. So this equation, SF1 will be in the table, and one point is at this temperature. So for this temperature, find the value of, or check the value of SF1. X1 is given, and SFG1 is not given in the table. So convert SFG into HFG and T. SFG1 is equal to HFG1 by T1, and note down the data of HFG1 and T1 from the table. Corresponding temperature is 268, and at 2 means higher temperature is 298 Kelvin. Note down all the corresponding data of SF2 and HFG2 and T2. Here also SFG2 can be converted into HFG2 and T2, and note down the data. All data are given except X2. You can find the value of X2 by solving the equation, and X2 will be 0.53. If you know the value of x2, you can find the enthalpy at that point, that is h2 will be hf2 plus x2 into hfg2. Apply all the, put all the datas in the equation and find the value of h2, that is 138.84 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so this is clear. Now one term is left, that is our h1. It is very simple, you know the dryness fraction, that is 0.6. so h1 will be hf1 plus x1 into hfg1. So applying all the datas, you are able to find h1, that is 123.8 kilojoule per kg. Okay, after getting all the enthalpies, you can easily find the COP, that is theoretical COP is h1 minus h3 divided by h2 minus h1, and the theoretical COP is 7.09. Okay, why I am finding the theoretical COP? Because the question says the relative COP is 0.5. So obviously you have to first find the theoretical COP, then you go for actual COP, and actual COP, it is the multiplication of relative COP and what? Theoretical COP. So it is actual COP is 3.54. Okay, but our aim is to find how much ice you are able to produce. Okay, so for that, look here. First find the first find the heat removed. Okay, heat removed will be CPW whole into temperature difference, because you are heating the water from 20 degrees centigrade and you want to produce ice at 0 degree centigrade. So latent heat will be CPW into 20 minus 0 plus this is your sensible heat, and latent heat is 335. Means first you have to find the sensible heat, that is CPW into temperature difference, that is 20 minus 0 plus latent heat, that is 335, and the final heat removed will be 418.74 kilojoule per kg. And you know the COP formula, it is RE by W, and also you can, if you multiply the mass flow rate, it will be in upper numerator part, the if you multiply the mass of ice produced, it will be converted into refrigeration capacity, and in denominator, if you multiply the mass flow rate of the refrigerant, it will be converted into power required to drive the compressor. So COP will be, actual COP will be a mass of ice into heat observed in the evaporator, means what, H1 minus H2. Okay, that is mass of ice into, you have find heat removed, so apply this one. Mass of ice into heat removed is, means heat observed is 418.74 divided by mass flow rate is 6 into compressor work is H2 minus H1. You know all the data, so from this data you can find the mass flow rate, and that will be here what mass flow rate of the ice is, mass of ice produced is 0.458 kilojoule per minute, and the question says convert it into ton. So first minute to convert into hour, means you have to multiply 60, then for 1 day you have to multiply 24. This is this numerator is in kg. If you have to convert into ton, divided by 1000, and final result will be 0.65 ton. Means this ton of ice, this amount of ice you are producing from this machine. So thank you.